Winter Solstice Tale, written by Walter Fordham and narrated today by our own Andrew Highsmith. Please enjoy.
Hello everybody, and welcome to Karme Choling. My name is Andrew, and this is Illiana, a Winter Solstice Tale. In case you're wondering why we have Children's Day, well, this gets to the point eventually. Scene 1, Kalapa Valley, Illiana's house. Once there was a girl named Illiana who lived in a high mountain valley in the kingdom of Shambhala. She was brave and interested in everything. Lately, Illiana noticed that the people looked unhappy. They almost never smiled. They kept their heads down low like old droopy bottoms. It seemed that whenever she went, she overheard people talking about how the sun was setting a little bit earlier every day. One snowy night in late December, Illiana heard her parents' voices coming from the living room. She slipped out of bed and tiptoed down the cold hallway until she could see her parents talking by the fire.
Confound it, Mother! What are we going to do? Nothing like this has ever happened before. Why, if the days keep getting shorter, there'll be no light left.
No.
Surely the king and queen must see this
No.
too. Surely they'll take care of us and protect us as they always have.
Darling, there's something I have.
We're pregnant?
No! Some weeks back, the king gathered all his most trusted advisors and scholars to talk about the encroaching darkness. Turns out the king's as confused by the setting sun as the rest of us.
But what about the court scholars? Surely they have an answer for what's going on.
After this fateful meeting, the scholars got together for a nightcap. They spoke well into the night. They talked all day. They talked through lunch. They talked through tea snack. They talked through work period. They talked through evenings. They talked through the city. They talked through breakfast dishes. Well, needless to say, they're still talking.
At that moment, a flash of light brightened the hallway. Quietly, Illiana tiptoed down the hall, and she looked out the window. There was nothing there but the moonless sky, sparkling with stars.
Well, we can't just wait for the sun to leave us. Someone should do something.
Illiana sat there, looking at the stars. Then she saw it, a flash of light in the distance, fresh donuts and Krispy Kreme.
Someone must do something.
The light flashed again, and she felt as if it were calling to her. Donuts!
I will go. I will do it. The old stories say that the eastern path leads to the land of the sun. I will follow the eastern path, and I will bring the sun back.
Illiana was determined to go. She dressed in the warmest winter clothes that she could find. She opened the window and carefully stepped out onto the frozen ground. Invigorated by the cold night air, she set out at once. As she walked along, she thought about the old legends of the land of the sun. The adults thought they were just children's stories, but she knew in her heart that there really was such a place.
The land of the sun is where the east and the west meet. A dragon as big as the sky lives there. At night, he opens his mouth in the western horizon and swallows up the sun, and he holds it in his big belly. And that's why the night's dark. Then in the morning, he opens his mouth in the eastern horizon and releases the sun so that the world can fill with light.
Illiana knew that this was true because she had seen the fiery red dragon's mouth fill the sky every morning and every evening. It was obvious to her that the dragon was responsible for the recent changes in the sun. Although the night was cold and the snow covered her ankles, Illiana strode forward quickly. She was going on a great quest. She was going to go rescue the sun and save the people of Shambhala.
Oh, how proud my parents would be when I return. I would be known as a great warrior, the girl who rescued the sun.
Scene 2. A jungle to the east of Karme Valley. After Illiana had made the climb out of Karme Valley and was well along the high mountain plains, she began to notice that the path was leading her into a deep valley. She found herself standing at the edge of a dark jungle. It was getting hot, and she felt awkward in her winter clothes. Anxiously, she hurried into the jungle, walking faster and faster as she went, when the root of an old tree caught a hold of her little old foot and sent her flying to the ground. As the light of dawn spread, she found herself sitting there in a small clearing.
Oh, where's the path? What is this place?
Illiana was alone, and she was scared.
I am the tiger, I walk on the ground. I roam through the jungle, I move without a sound.
Afraid to cry and afraid to run, Illiana watched as the graceful tiger entered the clearing, each paw meeting the ground as softly as a leaf touches the breeze.
I am the tiger, I glide through the trees. I move through the jungle as soft as a breeze.
As Illiana watched the tiger's gentle movements, she began to relax. She looked closely at the tiger and saw flashes of light dancing in the eyes. So here was the source of the light that had been calling to her. There were no donuts after all. But Illiana wasn't afraid anymore. It seemed that the tiger actually wanted to help her. She tried to move just like the tiger, but the more she tried, the more clumsy she felt.
How do you walk so gracefully and so steady?
If you try to hurry, you'll always lag behind. But if you want to walk like me, you must always take your time.
Though it was confusing that a girl that didn't know how to walk had made it this far. She moved one leg and then the other, very slowly, following the tiger.
Step, step, step.
The more carefully she stepped, the faster she moved. But when she started to enjoy the speed and forgot her steps, she would stumble and fall. Stepping slowly and carefully, she glided just like the tiger. When she had walked for a long time without stumbling